What's going on, everyone? So for this video, I'm going to do a quick overview of the blacksmithing skill in Elder Scrolls Online. So you can mine ore by activating a node. You don't need a mining skill, you don't need a pickaxe, just simply activate a ore node that's usually in caves alongside cliffs or by mountains, right? And you'll mine a ore. Now you need about 10 ore to refine it into ingots. And when you refine the ore, you'll get usually between 7 to 10 ingots, and you'll also get a gem. And this gem over here is used for traits, and I'll explain that a little bit later. Alright, in the creation tab over here, you'll be able to make weapons and armor. Armor's kind of hidden, it's apparel, and you have weapons. Weapons is selected by default. You have a couple of filters up here to make stuff a little bit easier to navigate. So I'm going to make a hammer. You can make all types of weapons, by the way. I'm going to make a hammer as long as it's a metal armor or metal weapons. And metal armor is usually heavy armor, if not always. So I'm going to make a decent mace, okay? So if you do the plus or minus down here to add or remove ingots, that increases or decreases the level of the item. The style is how the weapon or armor will look. And to get different styles, you'll have to find a specific racial style book, and these are rare items, and either you have to find them or buy them off other players. And by default, you just have whatever is your race. Since I'm a Nord, I know the Nord crafting style, I don't know any other crafting styles. Now, traits is where you use the gem that I got from earlier on. So, since I have a citrine and I know the traits to craft this weapon, I could do that. So traits is acquired when you do a research of a weapon, and I'll explain that a little bit later as well. Also, since I forgot to mention, to get these style gems, you buy it from a blacksmith vendor that's usually inside the same area as you when you're crafting or using a blacksmith station. So you buy these gems for a vendor, they're pretty cheap. So I'll go ahead and make this weapon. Pretty sweet mace. You can also deconstruct or extract materials from a weapon or armor piece. So I'll just go ahead and just use this iron axe here. And there I got 2 iron ingots from deconstructing that iron axe. So that's useful if you have a bunch of materials or weapons and armor that you're not going to use or research and just want to get materials from them, right? Improvement's a little bit different. So this is kind of lengthy to explain, but in the game you'll have a chance to find these improvement stones or temper stones, right? So these are used to improve the quality of the item. So going from normal to fine, or like white to blue, or white to green, then green to blue, you know, uncommon to rare. Just improving the item level and the general traits, not traits, but stats of the item make it better, right? But there's a chance associated with it. So if you get 5 of these temper things, it's a 100% chance, but you can always temper with just 1 or 2, and it's always at a 20%. So it's just increments of 20% per temper item. So this is really risky, but I'll go ahead and just try to improve this item. If I fail, the item is destroyed. So again, 40% chance. This is just tempering. And it looks like that failed. Improvement attempt failed. So it's a little bit more of an advanced thing, very risky, but you can increase the item quality of something and make it better. And this goes for weapons and armor as well. Now, the research thing is about the trait I was talking about earlier. Remember when I made the mace, I used this citrine down here to add a trait to it that would increase the weapon attack speed. So the way I got that was I had a mace, and I already had one where in my inventory I have a hammer that has this kind of trait below it. So this text, can't really scroll to the side, but it says sharpened. So I can deconstruct this mace and get a sharpened trait from it. So that's how I got that citrine and improved weapon speed attack trait that I use a citrine for. Was I had a hammer that had that weighted trait on it, and I researched it, and I got that trait. Anyway, so to do this, since I have a hammer that has the sharpened trait, I can research that, and that takes time. So for me, it takes 12 hours to research that one trait, which is quite a long time, and that's 12 hours real time, by the way. So I can go ahead and research that. That way I can have more specialization in maces, since I like using mace weapons. So again, I can research this. And that takes about 12 hours, so in 12 hours when I check back, I can now start making maces that have that trait. And that goes for armor as well. You can improve how many things you're researching and other general blacksmithing related things by going to the blacksmithing skill tree. And you can spend skill points and get various perks that'll help you out. I would recommend early on to get a keen eye. I don't have it on this character, but keen eye definitely helps spotting ore and just making sure that you can get a lot of ore very quickly. The hireling is pretty fun too. It just brings you random stuff every day. And the other things are useful as well. So, anyways, that's it for a quick overview of the blacksmithing skill tree. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel to see more Elder Scrolls Online videos like this one. See ya.